So you might be wondering why we're suddenly putting out a new video, even though we said see you in 2 weeks at the end of our last one, and that's because we've had issues uploading our last one, so actually it's already been 2 weeks, so apologies for the confusion. Hello, Captain.
Good morning.
So we're back, ready and raring to go to our next stop, which will be Theale. Goodbye, lovely mooring. So we've got a lock literally straight away. We're taking the opportunity of Jemima having her morning nap to get that done, and I think we've got a swing bridge and maybe another lock. And then I think we're there. And we're going to stop there for 48 hours because we are then going to have a special guest. Our friend Erica's coming down to help us with the Thames and hopefully the tidal Thames. So very exciting to have a house guest, boat guest. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And we're excited to get going. And whilst we had our little break, some clever man has fixed the engine. He found a new part and he fixed it, and there is no more vibration. Woohoo!
So here we are, we've just cut past Solemstead Bridge, number 100 or 101, and we're getting some water because we've used a little bit, and we're going to empty the toilet, and then we're going through to Theale, where we're going to stay for a few days because I've got to go to work again on Saturday. And then after that we get straight out through Reading, through a few locks onto the Thames, and then we begin our proper journey.
We're going to have a day shopping in Reading, well, social distancing shopping. Get a few bits. It would be nice to have a little bit of normality in that respect, won't it?
Yeah.
But other than that, we're just going to plough right on through Reading. And
so far the engine is making almost no noise when it goes in and out of gear, so the engine support mounts that I've had to buy are working, so that's good. Yeah, so we're all good. So far so good. Confident.
You know it's sunny when Emily's got a cap on. I very rarely put hats on, I must admit, I'm pretty bad. But it's a very sunny day today and I do not want sunstroke. So we've stopped to get some water. So that's going in. Ed's given my flowers a nice spritz as well. However, I think he has actually blown some of the petals off of the yellow ones. Oh dear. Tell me about the rats.
Oh, in these bins here, I opened one the other day and there were 3 rats and they were as big as cats.
Oh my god.
And I'm not exaggerating, I have never seen that so big.
What did they do when they saw you?
They looked up at me like that and then they scurried into the rubbish and I made a noise like a small girl.
Ah, look. There is a rather large overhanging tree with very little space to get round it, so I think we're just going to have to bash through that one.
Let's talk rubbish.
Hello, Jemima. We're coming into mooring now at Theale, where we're going to wait until Auntie Erica comes. Not tomorrow, but the next day. Yeah. Yeah. So it's hot, isn't it?
It's rather hot.
We've just been for a walk into Theale to get some shopping.
Fish and steak.
We're having barbecue tonight. Guess who's having fish and guess who's having steak? Anybody that knows us knows the answer to that already?
I'm having fish.
Yeah, right.
I would have fish, but the last time we did it, they do 2 sea bass in a packet, and I got to the end of mine and I kept looking at Emily's and thinking, when she's not looking, I'll have some more. But she's having the 2, and I've got a nice bit of rump steak.
It's a massive bit of steak.
Yeah. Well, you're having 2 fish fillets.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
everybody's happy. That's the way to a happy relationship.
Compromise. Optimised. So when we walked into Thiel, we really wanted to go and have some food somewhere, but so many of the pubs are just not serving food yet, or they're about to, but they're not quite yet, which was a bit frustrating. So we sat in a beer garden, had a drink, let her run around, and had a sandwich from a baguette shop. Jemima, bless her, is doing very well with this heat, but she's growing more and more willful every day. So we're trying on our life jackets that we've got ready for the tidal Thames.
All this for 5 miles, eh? Anyway,
You look rather fetching though.
Well, as do you. Let me turn it around so that...
So do we actually have to wear these just while we're navigating?
Yeah, that's the idea, so that if you fall in...
Alright.
Yeah.
Should we try Jemima's on her?
Yeah, let's do that.
And this is Jemima's. Yes, it's a bit big, isn't it? But look, you can lift her up. Whee! The barbecue is underway. Set fire to those mushrooms, Eddie Shark. Yum, yum, yum. Hello everybody. So we had a day yesterday in Reading. Well, I say a day actually. The morning was spent, a boat just a little way up had a marine engineer come to have a look at it because there was something wrong with it. So Ed kind of had a chat with him and he gave our engine a once over as well and pretty much gave it the thumbs up to go. So there's a couple of bits that might need changing, maybe the oil in the water might need looking at. But generally it's such a good sign because it means Ed's work has been great, the engine mounts are fine, there's no more vibration and we are safe to travel, which is great. The afternoon we went into Reading, we had lunch at Pizza Hut. Jemima discovered garlic mayonnaise and dipping a pizza into that, and also discovered ice cream sundae. Yeah, it was very messy but she had a great time. You had a great time, didn't you? Did you have a great time at Pizza Hut? Yeah. And then we didn't spend that long in Reading, if I'm honest, because it was nearly 35 degrees here yesterday. And that added to having to wear a mask everywhere and also having a toddler. It actually was not a pleasant experience at all. I usually get a lot of joy out of shopping, but I didn't yesterday. So anyway, so today Ed's off to work. Erica is arriving today, whoop, whoop, but not till the evening. So I have got the day on the boat. It's about 10 degrees cooler than it was yesterday, thank the Lord. So I'm going to spend the day just doing some housework, preparing for Erica to come. There must have been, honestly, about 15 boats go past this morning already. It's 12:30, and I've never known the river so busy since way before COVID started, which is a good thing because it means it's getting going again. Apparently it is the busiest weekend of the year for boaters. So I guess that's normal, but it does make you bang into the side occasionally when you're moored. We don't generally feel a lot of movement being a wide beam. Very rare that we do, and most of the time you have to look outside to feel the movement really, but occasionally if a boat goes past too close or too fast, we do knock into the side and we feel it then.
Yeah.
Good morning everyone! So we are on the move. We have our special guest here, Erica, helping us out. And we are on the move. We've just done the road swing bridge at Thiel. Luckily somebody was coming through the other way and was training, so they did it for us. So we are now ploughing on through. Now ploughing on through Reading and hopefully onto the Thames.
That's cheating.
Ed's having a quick chat with another boater. Everyone's so nice to each other on the river, it's really lovely.
Well, a special shout out to our friend Debbie Brown, who, like me, loves the engineering behind very, very high voltage power lines and pylons.
I think she more likes the weird looking ones. You know, you get some weird looking ones abroad.
Yes, this is a very classic one, but this is not a good place to fish.
No, Mind you, you'd have to have a pretty long
No,
fishing
it says
rod.
actually that it forbids you from fishing.
Oh,
in this
really?
area, yes, because you don't actually have to get that close to them if we've got a wet bit of line.
Here we are, a nice pylon for Debbie. How beautiful. Although it's not a particularly beautiful one, is it? But oh,
So smooth.
gosh,
So smooth.
no vibrating today.
And we had a marine engineer come and have a look at it. He was looking at another boat, and he said, "Oh," I told him what I'd done, and he said, did you check the alignment, proper alignment? You don't want to move." So he came and had a look for me, and he was very happy with everything. He was just giving us some advice for the tidal Thames.
But did it make you feel a bit smug at your repair
No, not
work?
smug at all. I actually felt like I'm not an expert on these things, and it's good to do a running repair. And it's always good to get an expert to check it over, because these things can get extremely expensive or sink your boat. If you don't line up your propeller properly, your propeller shaft with the engine and everything else, it can put strain on a thing called the stern gland, which sounds like an awful thing near to your rectum. And that is exactly what it is on the boat. Unfortunately, the guy up the road had got exactly the same problem as us, broken engine mounts, but he kept on driving, and he's damaged his stern gland. And when we saw his boat, we thought,
It's sinking at the back.
that's a bit low at the back. Well, Emily spotted it. I thought it was.
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, so he's got water coming into his boat, and he's not allowed to move now. He can run his engine, but not his prop. So that's what can happen, and that's going to cost him
Hundreds, thousands. So the moral of the story, people, is if you have engine noise, do not drive through it. Always get it checked out. So this was the broken engine mounts that was causing all the vibration. So they were holding the engine in place, but obviously because they were broken, it was shaking. Ed bought 2 new ones and fitted them. However, he did manage to fix one with some bolts and some metal glue. It looks a bit of a botch job, but it is very, very secure, and even the marine engineer himself said, "That's a really good job you've done there. Keep hold of it because you might need it again." So well done, botch job, Eddie.
The next lock on our journey is going to be Garston Lock, having come through Sheffield Lock in about half an hour.
Half an hour or half a mile?
Half a mile.
Which is basically 2 minutes. So Erica's just done her first lock. What did you think?
Hard work.
It is hard work. It was a particularly bad one, I think, because it was very stiff.
It was.
And we had to wait because it was only half full. We thought it was set for us and it wasn't. So onwards.
Thirsty work.
Thirsty work indeed in this weather, yeah. So we'll be nice and sweaty by the end of the day. Woohoo! Hello! Hello, little geese. Lots of geese here. Jemima's missing out. So, my mother would kill me because I've had to change into some cooler clothes and my outfit is extremely creased. But desperate times call for desperate measures. It's very hot. Me and Erica have just done 2 locks and we've both had to change. I'm sorry, Mum, but needs must.
Straighten up now because you're going towards the bank again.
Going the right way. No.
Boat driving lesson for Erica. She's even got the driving hat on. You need to put that hat back on, mister, else you're going to get sunburn.
So we're just about to come off the River Kennet and Avon, and so here's the River Kennet, and we're joining the Thames. This is the mouth of.
Welcome to the Thames!
And
Whoop,
we
whoop.
want to be turning right here, but we're going to turn left because
we want to go to Tesco. Let's all go to Tesco. Let's all go to Tesco. La 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 la. Hey, la 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 la. Hey. Here we are on the Thames. So we actually turned left when we came out of Reading onto the Thames because there's actually a Tesco Extra there which we wanted to stop at and get some provisions. However, we remembered as we got here that it's Sunday and it's already closed. So we're going to have to go in the morning. so we can get the provisions, and then what we'll do is we'll turn around and go that way. So we're all settled down for the evening, having some homemade pizza, because if steering the boat all this way wasn't enough, Ed decided he would do homemade pizza as well. We're all settled down. It's very warm still on the boat, still 29 degrees on the boat.
And I've put the oven on.
And Ed's added fuel to the fire, literally, by putting the oven on. And we're all just having a little chillax, ready for probably a bright and early start tomorrow. Going to Tesco, and then turning around and going back the other way along the Thames. See you tomorrow.